Hi, my name's Ariana Stephan, and you'd like to know what do registered nurses do? Yes, I've been a registered nurse for a long time now, over 40 years, and I'm also a naturopath and a personal trainer. But registered nurses do a lot. They just about do everything, really. They do a lot of the stuff that doctors used to do, and they are responsible for a huge amount of things. So they keep records. Basically, they look after the needs of all the patients that are under them. They have to keep track of everything that's going on in a ward and keep accurate records of everything. They assist doctors with doctors' rounds and procedures and all things like that. They do wound dressings, which can be quite time consuming and intricate. They give out medications, and that's quite a business these days with all the policies and procedures and regulations around giving out medications. They do a lot of patient education and also staff education, and also education of relatives, because it's always really good to keep the relatives up with what's going on. It creates a much better working environment and a lot less hassle in the long run. If the relatives know what's going on, they're a lot happier and it makes your life a lot easier. So it's always good to keep the relatives informed of what's going on. Nurses review patient treatment plans, and this is huge these days. Everything has to be written down and recorded, and it's a really big job, so that takes up a lot of a nurse's time. You do a lot of supervision of other nurses too, and education, as I was saying previously, and it's just really a leadership role. So you do need to be a leader. You need to be able to guide people and support them, mentor them. So it can be very rewarding. It can also be very draining and very stressful. There's a huge amount of paperwork involved. It's mostly paperwork as a registered nurse these days, and a lot of politics involved, which gets a bit draining at times. There's also, nursing also involves quite a lot of violence in the workplace, sometimes from patients, sometimes from relatives. But there is a lot of violence in nursing these days, and also a lot of bullying. Despite the occupational health and safety guidelines on bullying and all the teaching and nurse education on bullying, I found a lot of bullying in nursing, and it was worse in management than anywhere else. So that's something to think about too. But I'm out of nursing now because after many years it just got too much for me. I couldn't be bothered with all the politics and the paperwork and all those sorts of things. So I got out. I'm working from home in my own business online, and I'm working with some really fantastic people that are mentoring me, and they're teaching me how they became so successful, and they were very successful online in the last couple of years. So they've been teaching me step by step exactly what they've been doing, and I'm starting to get results. So I'm really happy because, you know, nursing was great while it lasted, but in the end I was really sick of it. So it's really great to be able to work from home, not travel to work, be my own boss. It's hard work, but if you do the work as you're taught, the results will come in and you'll be able to be successful. So if you're at all interested in having a look at what I'm doing, click the button under this video or click on the link in the video description and you'll be able to have a look for yourself. So thanks very much for watching my video, and all the best. Bye.